Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of The Black Retreat. I am your host, Mesha L, and I'm here. I know that I say all of my guests are special guests, but that's because they are. Like, I literally love them so much, and I know I say that too, but it's because I do. I would like to introduce you all, if you do not already know her, to Tiyonna Amani Stewart.
Thank you.
Do you want me to call you Tiyonna or Amani?
You can call me Tiyonna. You know
okay.
me. You know me personally. So, like,
I was like, you know what? I need to ask because I just wanted to make sure because I know. So Tiyonna is a singer, and she goes by Amani.
Yes.
So if you want to find her on the streamings, it'll be under Amani. Is it just Amani, or is it because your Instagram is Amani yours?
It's just Amani.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're looking on Apple Music or the other things, you will find her under Amani.
Amani, that's me. Well, so Tiyonna Amani encompasses all that I am. Amani is...
We're just going to start out deep. I knew we were going to do this. Let's
Amani is the, like, part of me that is a singer-songwriter that does, you know, R&B, soul music and stuff. So, like, when I do, you know, stuff like this, like talking to you, thank you so much for having me. Black Retreat, we got on our robe.
Yes.
We got our feet soaking. Is it lavender?
Yes.
It is.
It's lavender.
It's lavender.
Only the best for my guests.
Honestly. And I'm feeling good. Like, I've been given the special treatment today. We have our grapes.
Yes, we do. Oh, and also, wait a minute now.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
As you all know, or if you may not, our girl, Issa Rae, came out with her own line of Prosecco.
Yes.
Very on brand for our girl.
Yes.
It's called Via Ray. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. So, of course, if I was going to do mimosas on my show, it was always going to be Issa Rae. So, I'm just going to go ahead and pour some of that.
Bless. And honestly, that's how I knew it was going to be a great day. Because I was on the phone with my best friend today talking about how incredible it was. Like, when somebody gets on that has vision and execution, like, I was like, Issa deserves, and I'm going to drink it every time.
Yeah, every time.
Every time. And for it to be here.
Exactly.
I was like.
And you know what? Because I was like, I don't even know if I've ever actually had Prosecco. I think I may have, but I was like, I don't care because it's Issa's. And I believe it was in her book. So I read her book a long time ago. And she was talking about switching over to Prosecco whenever she was like started being more healthy and like watching her weight and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, well, maybe I need to be a Prosecco girly, but I don't know. So this is gonna be. I think I put too much orange juice in this.
That's okay. Because we can circle back with some more.
Yes, we can. Cheers to this day.
Yes, to the Black Retreat.
Yes.
Shit.
Bye, Issa.
Yes.
This is good as hell.
It's delicious.
I'm not even gonna hold you. We might
finish the whole bottle.
Yeah. Because I was like, wait a minute now. This ain't no prop. This is when I said that I put too much orange juice, it reminded me of that episode of Insecure when her and Molly, they were at breakfast and it was like that little drop of orange juice. Insecure is for the culture.
Yes.
This being the Black Retreat, like, I feel like it's so on brand because I'm like, everything that I do is for us. If it's by us, it's for us. Period. All that good stuff. So absolutely. Shout out to Issa for always being for us, for making it even cooler to be Black. So
everything she do, everything she touch,
quite literally, and she's a shero.
Yeah.
So speaking of sheros, one of mine is sitting here in my living room, so we're gonna get into it.
honor blessed. Thank you.
I love to start the Black Retreat off with how we met.
Yes.
So, and if you could tell me how we met, if you remember.
I just remember you being such a light And
You're
such
sweetie.
a beautiful spirit on the set of Loving Byron.
Yes.
Shout out to Deontay.
Shout out to Deontay. Great.
Yeah, he's has an episode, so if
Yes.
you want to, you can come back to this one. But go watch Deontay's episode and then
Yes.
come back to this one because Deontay is an incredible film director.
Yes, Deontay is an incredible filmmaker and an even more incredible friend. Like we just got done talking about him, but he's really great. And so, was that the first thing that you ever acted in?
Not the first thing I've ever acted in.
Okay.
My welcome back to acting and my first film debut. So
yeah,
I was a theater kid.
Okay, yeah.
And
I figured you the Hamilton era.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, she's in it.
Yeah. I grew up in theater. Theater is my first love. Musical theater was my first love. Is how I got introduced to the arts.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a triple threat growing up. I wanted to do acting. I wanted to dance. I wanted to sing. And still do.
Yes.
But I also am a really extreme perfectionist. So I don't like go out for stuff because I don't feel ready for it. So when Deontay asked me to be in Loving Byron, I'll never say no because I'm not a bitch.
Yeah. Let's just put it out there.
Let's put it out. Like I'm not. I will, like if you say here's a challenge, I will accept the challenge. Right?
Hell yeah.
But so I was like, I just want to do your work justice.
Yes.
And I don't know if I'm the best person for that.
Is that what you said to him?
Yes.
Interesting.
And he was like, no, we'll work on it. We'll do it together. And we did. It was such a beautiful experience. I actually hilariously had bronchitis that.
Did you?
The entire time we were shooting, I had a fever. I had bronchitis, which is like crazy timing. But yeah.
Because your show didn't present like you had.
Thank you.
Girl, okay, because I was on set for one day, and I was like, it was like a night shoot, a night scene, and I was in Video Village with Deontay. For anybody that does not know, my best friend got up on me about this. She was like, some stuff you need to explain because everybody is not in film that's watching this. So, Video Village, I guess the best way to explain it is like there's a monitor set up that's kind of away from the set. And typically, like, the director will watch what's going on in Video Village. So I was back there with Deontay, and I remember it was the scene where, like, Byron is, did he, like, just rob something? Or, like, he was, like, basically running from the police, and, like, you had came inside and you were, like, and I was like, Lord, I ain't gonna make it. This is good. It was good. Like you killed that.
Thank
like
you.
it was absolutely beautiful to watch and witness being on set that day because I was like, oh, look at all of us,
just here together,
just here, just doing the damn
Excellent.
thing. Like you absolutely excelled in that. So I love that I got to see you do that. I think prior to that, maybe where did I actually meet you? Maybe it was Homies.
Oh, might have been.
Because was that before that?
Yeah.
I don't know. So there used to be, because you put that on, right?
Co-founded.
Yes.
Homies. Yeah. So when I first moved to LA, I really was inspired by finding a gap in like, there are so many ways that we in entertainment intersect, but we don't collab. Like, we don't have spaces where we are getting a chance to intersect more. I don't know.
They're like network.
Way. Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, how can we bring our resources together, our collective resources together?
Yes.
And so I co-founded Black Collective, the Homies Collective, with my friend Juice, and it was film directors, photographers. I cannot speak today.
You got it. It
Writers,
might be this Prosecco.
Writers, musicians, managers, like anybody who wanted to be. We had a chef for a second.
Dope.
To just come together and like ideate and then execute. Because one thing sometimes when you're coming up you can lack is that financial resource to get things done.
That's typically the biggest lack.
Yeah.
It's
For me.
Same. we just out here making it. Yes, absolutely. Cheers to
making it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, shout out to anybody who is working really, really hard to execute something, and you know that it could be better.
Yes.
If you had more resources, but you still doing that shit anyway.
Exactly.
Like,
yes.
You raise a glass to you, raise a glass to me, raise a glass to you.
Yes, to us. There's gonna be a lot of cheersing today.
Look, because anytime we can celebrate, we should.
Yes. Because I feel like a lot of people take that for granted. Mm-hmm. Just taking a moment to be like, damn, I did that shit.
Yeah.
Like, or we did that shit.
Right.
Like, and it is so pertinent. But because I think that a lot of times we're just moving. And it's like, even when I started this podcast, when it first came out, I was like it dropped and somebody was like, how do you feel? And I was like, well, now I have to make sure that people watch it. Like, so I'm like, it's always a constant thing, especially when you do so many things like yourself, because let's see, you're a singer, a songwriter, you're a vocal coach. You're do you still dance?
We're coming back to it.
Okay.
But I also have a corporate job.
Yes. Same.
Creative direct.
Yeah.
You know, and like, again, like co-founded collectives, which is something I want to come back to. Community is so important.
It's everything.
But to circle back, if you were around in the collective, sometimes I get real. Like this, social anxiety.
Yeah.
So I don't really be looking around sometimes. But did you come to
you be here? You know what? Because I think maybe I came to 2. Mm-hmm. But you know what? One of them we went out to eat afterwards. It was so long ago. I know. And I was trying to go home and Deontay was like, you don't want to hang with us? And I was like, I'm old. I got to go work tomorrow. We went out to eat afterwards. Real? Yeah, one of them. Wow. So, but no, I remember that one because you were working the door. So you be
Village Nights.
I need a second. Village Nights. Hey girl. Let me.
Give me the money. Give me the money.
But you know what? I love stuff like that. Mm-hmm. LA is so good for having an event for everybody black. Yeah. And you are black. You're creative. Come out to this event, and that was very much so. The homies, bringing people together. Yeah. So, and speaking of LA, so where are you actually from?
So I'm originally from New Jersey.
Okay. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. East Coast girly. I traveled a lot as a kid because I went to school in New Jersey. My parents moved up to Pennsylvania. And then I was always doing some artistic endeavor in New York. So at any point in any day, I was in 3 different states at a time. Yeah. So like, I just feel like I was inspired by the tri-state area. So like, there's that. My family migrated from South Carolina, so that's another like point of like how I grew up. Yeah. And then I went to college in Boston, Berklee College of Music. And
you're just so musical. Yeah. You have such a musical background. Yeah. Like ain't nobody touching tea. For real.
Thanks. A few people. Yeah. But we're still growing. Yeah. We're still growing.
So what made you move to LA? I mean, other than it just being LA. Yeah.
Actually, I thought I would live and die in New York.
Really?
New York is one of my favorite places in the world. Yeah. I feel so just incredible there. I feel more me there. But going into my senior year at Berklee, I came out to LA to record Selfless. And Forget. Sing
this guy. I said I wasn't gonna do that, but
honestly,
it comes out.
First of all, I would feel a little disrespectful.
I was around during the Selfless time, so
TBH.
Yes.
Sorry, because I'm gonna keep drinking it.
I know. Before I grabbed it this last time, I was like, Mesha, like, you finna finish it.
It's just Like it's
I was like, I'm really
ASMR.
Yes,
This is giving.
We're just gonna. I swear to God, it's something about having the sound in your ears that just make you want to like, you know.
And now I'm gonna grab a grape and I'm gonna eat the grape. We're unserious today.
I'm telling you, we could probably only have one glass of this for real because we already on one.
Yeah, so. We'll have another glass off camera. What were we talking about?
Oh, you moving to LA? Yes.
Right. So I came here to record Selfless and Forget, and after we got out of the studio, it was a friend of mine's birthday.
It was your friend's birthday.
I was trying to figure out in real time. I panicked.
Well.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Cut real quick. Okay, bless.
Yes, it was your friend's birthday.
It was my friend's birthday. And we were all lit. And we were just chilling. And somebody had mentioned that I was an artist.
Yeah.
So, like, 9 people packed up in this car, like 5-seater, drove to some like weird parking lot with like one light on, and we blasted the songs.
Really?
Yes. It's like one of my favorite moments because it was like all these people I didn't know were just excited to like listen to the songs. They had just been recorded. They weren't mixed. They weren't mastered. And it's like everybody was just sardines in this car listening to Forget and Selfless. And I just looked around and I was like, I feel like this is the place that will challenge me into my next season. And if I fail, I fail. Gratefully, I'm privileged enough to have family to go back to.
Yeah.
But I need to try. And I've been here. Yes. 5 years now.
Same.
And it's been hard.
Buddy boy. It almost makes you feel like the easy part is just getting here.
Yes.
Well, once you hear,
it's like, okay. It was like learning how to be self-sustaining as an adult, as a Black woman, like learning how to make adult decisions, adult sacrifices, how to grieve those sacrifices, how to keep moving forward, how to celebrate the pivots and adjustments you make as an adult. Like, we don't talk enough about that.
No.
At all, because any choice you make, there's a choice you're not making.
Oh. Well, just preach today then. 'Cause,
sorry.
Because even like losing people, girl, it's like you think about those things and it's like, you know that they might happen.
Yeah.
But like, even like, because you disconnect a lot when you're focused. And it's like, did I do all that I could for this relationship, this friendship, this this family member, and it's just like, right now, I have to put myself first.
Yeah.
And it feels like you kind of flip into this, like, I actually always have to put myself first because everybody else is going to do that.
Right.
So I'm not going to be out here.
And have been.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And that was one lesson I learned this year. I keep learning. We will unpack later. But, pun intended. Not really.
Yes.
We'll call it. But
yes.
There's nothing noble about being self-sacrificial.
Oh.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, there's going to be so many quotes that coming out of this.
You just take them. Take them.
No, it really isn't. And like, so this was around the time when you were doing Selfless. And so now you just came out with your new EP, It Rains in Heaven. Y'all, first of all, yeah, we'll get there. But from like this moment that y'all were having, listening to your album before it's ready, packaged and out there, to now, from Selfless to It Rains in Heaven, How do you feel like you've grown personally and artistically?
The best way to sum it up, obviously, this could be a whole hour, but the best way to sum it up is I've learned what to compromise and what not to compromise on, artistically and personally.
Yeah.
And I think, like, as Black women who are socialized to put everybody first.
Yeah.
Everybody first. It's so easy for me to get distracted in the nobility of taking care of others and being of service. Don't side eye me like that.
I'm listening.
And also, like, it's also a form of self-sabotage, because it's like, if I'm so focused on what you need to do and, like, that being a worthy cause, I don't have to deal with the reality of me feeling like I'm not a worthy cause and having to sit in the truth of that and deal.
I will throw this microphone at you.
It's fucking real.
Yes.
Sorry, I cuss a lot. Yeah. I'm working on it.
Same. I'm so sorry. Sorry to my parents.
Sorry. Yeah, right. They're going to watch this and be like, Lord Jesus.
Like, you ain't have to do all that. But it's real. Oof.
And that's what I had to sit in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like, after everybody left, for whatever reasons they left, right or wrong, indifferent, what do I have for me? And I had to look around and be like, nothing. And I mean, nothing subjectively changes based off of how I was feeling at the time. Yeah. But I did have to sit in that. Yeah. And be like, tangibly, I feel like I have nothing. I know internally I am an incredible person, spiritual. I've grown so much. But, like, tangibly, I feel like I spent everything I had in everybody else's store but mine. And yeah, I'm just like, what do I compromise on? What can I compromise on? And what will I not compromise on? Yeah. And It Rains in Heaven, I just chose not to compromise. To be honest, there were a lot of the project, TBH. There was a lot of, like, things that happened production wise that needed to be changed, and it's beautiful, and I love how it turned out. Yeah. But there were a lot of compromises that were made in the, like, process of it being created that I did not want to take with It Rains in Heaven. So It Rains in Heaven took longer because I was like, no, there's a specific story I want to tell. Yeah. And I don't want to compromise on that. And more of that as we continue to elevate.
Well, since we're on the subject, let's go ahead and unpack this EP. So, pun definitely intended. We love the word unpack. Yes. Because today, we're going to end this with a light suitcase. So.
Period.
Okay. So, It Rains in Heaven. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
One of my favorite things about listening to, because I listened to TBH and It Rains in Heaven this weekend, and I was like, I feel like there are stark differences, especially when you know an artist, like, personally, and I'm like, you can tell you're different. Like, I feel like the first one was kind of more so, like, so invested in a relationship and, like, even, like, forget, like, how can I forget this guy? Like, you know, I'm going through this stuff, but I can't, you know, let this thing go. It Rains in Heaven, I was like, this is a how do I put, like, a sad girl album, but in the best way. Like, it's literally like you're going from this situation or whatever, but then it's that break in between. I feel like it is that grieving, like, you know what, I went through this, and now I have to get through this. And you're realizing, like, when you're just sitting in it, this is my take because I'm very invested in it.
Yes. And honestly, that's the most rewarding. Like, I'm beaming on the inside. Like, please tell me more.
I was like, and one thing that I love about you is your pen. I be like, and I had to write it down because I was like, okay, this line is resonating with me and I don't want to forget it.
Yes.
So, what is it? Okay, my favorite lyrics.
Okay.
I bloom in a season, but I grow in all four. Flowers still soak in the rain when it pours. I was like, I gotta get this down. I was like, this is a sound when I'm sad.
Thank you.
Well, that is my favorite.
Thanks.
That is my favorite track from this project.
Thank you.
For one. For two, okay, I've been so excited to talk about this forward.
Yes. Shout out to Zaria.
Zaria's Forward. It is the first track on this album. Are you on it? That's your like singing in the background.
Yeah, it's my voice in the back.
It's your voice in the background.
It's Zaria. Zaria wrote it. She is a phenomenal.
You were talking about listening to a song 100 times in a row. I said, well, what is this now? I said, I know D had said it was good, but I was like, you ain't say that I was going to sleep in this song. It was, I was like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, if y'all have not listened to this, the whole project goes crazy. But I was like, to start off so strong, I was like, you was not playing between Zaria, Zaria singing, Amani got the tracks in the back. I mean, the vocals in the background. I'm like, because there's a specific part.
Go in.
When she's like talking to, what is that, like an angel or something? Or I don't know. But
I'm not gonna tell you.
My interpretation is that she's speaking to an angel. And she's like just asking about, like the nuances of heaven, like what goes on in heaven actually. And like to come to the realization like that she answers or not. And she's like, oh no, like it actually rains here too, just because it can. Yeah. Like you don't even need it, but sometimes like you just need it. So, but then at this moment when like the realization and then and it's like it rains in heaven. And I was like, stop. It's so good. And then the violin.
Shout out to Tim.
Y'all, I cannot get over it. But that is and then the piano at the end.
Shout out to Alec.
Literally, I was like, this quartet on this song. I said, y'all not finna play with me. It was literally one of them like, when you hear something for the first time and you like,
don't do this. Because this honestly was the most rewarding part for me. So Zaria is my best friend, my freaking soulmate. I feel like my earring's coming off. I'm just gonna take it off because I think it's distracting me.
Do your thing.
Y'all seen the hoops? You know what the look was giving.
You know what it looks like. Yeah. A baddie with or without those
Period
hoops.
And her. Amazing. Okay, I feel so much better.
Yes. Be comfortable.
Thank you. Right, because my feet are so good, and honestly, these balls on here.
I know.
Okay, cool.
I know. I be moving my feet around.
Okay. Yeah. So, the project is actually 16 songs.
Because there's only what, 9?
8.
Okay.
There's another 8.
Okay.
But when I first got all the demos, all the songs together, I knew that I wanted Zaria to write a foreword to it, much like a book.
Yeah.
So I sent her all the songs and I said, sit with them as long as you need. I would love for you to write a piece that is what you would say to the world about this project. I wanted to be the first track.
Yeah.
And so she sat with the songs for maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
And her favorite song isn't even on the project.
Really? Now I feel slighted.
Maybe a deluxe.
I need to hear the
We'll see.
Because I need my options.
I got you. But yeah, she hit me up after there was like a really bad storm one night, she was like, I got it.
Oof.
And she sent it to me, and I just cried. I cried all day.
Girl.
And I literally there's a calendar, event in my phone that's like, the days already changed my life with the forward.
Oof.
So I like literally commemorate the day every day. But
yeah.
And I was like, I know exactly who I want to play over, like, accompany her.
Yes.
So I just sent Tim the voice memo of her doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, however you're feeling, the only thing that I want is after the poem is over, can you recreate the hook of a song when I'm sad?
Okay.
And
okay.
that's like when you listen to after the poem ends and it's just like this huge moment.
Yeah.
It's actually the same motif.
Yeah.
In a song when I'm sad.
And you know what? I thought that, but I didn't really put two and two together. I was stuck.
Yeah. Because after it was all done, I was like, okay, then I brought Alec in.
Yeah.
And initially, now don't laugh.
What?
I was feeling insecure about a song when I'm sad. And I was like, all right, we can't have everybody be this emotional. Like, we're going to do it to a trap beat.
Now, I'm not one to tell somebody how to do something. But I'm glad you didn't do it.
So, Alec.
Here we go.
I blew in the sleeves and with a girl and I look.
Please.
I'm dead serious. And Alec was like, I like the first version where you're just humming, like before there were lyrics.
Yeah.
I literally sent Alec everything. Like, here was me literally creating the entire song.
Yeah.
He was like, can we do that?
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. I just don't want people to think it's boring. And then he sent me the intro that I tagged onto the forward, and then he sent me the song, and I was just like, this is how we're starting it.
Yes. Oh,
this is it.
Because I'm telling you, I was trapped in the first. It be driving me nuts when I do that, because I'm like, I gotta listen to the rest of the album. Like,
right.
But I literally the first one, I literally had to like force myself, like, girl, listen to the rest of the thing, like, just. And then the next one was a song when I'm sad, and I was like, well, damn.
I'm not taking my foot off your neck,
girl.
I'm sorry.
No, and we don't want you to.
Okay, good.
Put us in a neck brace. Just.
Yes.
Girl, bye to all of y'all. But I absolutely love to see and witness the growth of your artistry. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And when I was listening to it, I was like, you are definitely, I was like, this is like a Summer Walker, Snow Allegra, like, type deal. I was like, our girl is going to go far. Because this is absolutely breathtaking. It truly is. And I'm just so proud of you.
I'm going to cry later. I'm like, I'm somebody like, you can't really, it takes me a lot to cry in the moment, but I literally go home and I'm like.
And you know what? The older I get, because I'm a super cancer, but the older that I get, the more I cry alone. It'd be like after I have overwhelming feelings, I'm like, you know what? We're just going to take this too and let all of this out, and then we're going to be fine. So you'll get your cry on.
I will.
Because you absolutely deserve it. Like, you came out here to take over the world, and I just genuinely feel like you're going to. Like, we are... Shout out to
you coming with me.
Yes. And when you are getting your Grammys, and I'm going to be like, do you have time to come back to my little podcast?
Little. First of all... I'm seeing you traveling around the world at different spots. That's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing, I'm seeing partnerships. I'm seeing global partnerships. I'm not seeing little.
Yeah.
First of all, don't play my friend like that.
I know. I really enjoy, but I enjoy it because of things like this. Yeah. Like, when I had the idea for it, I'm just like, I want other people to be elevated because of this space that I have to offer. And I feel like it's things like this, and I just because music can change people's lives.
Yeah.
And just being truthfully honest with yourself and putting that on paper and allowing yourself to be vulnerable is a blessing to everybody. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I have been a fan. And I truly appreciate you just continuously pushing, because a lot of people do, and no shade to anybody, but a lot of people do, give up because they're not where they want to be, or for whatever reason. But like, just staying here and staying in it, even when you may not be getting the just the praise that you feel like you deserve. Because I feel like one thing that me and you relate, because I be tweeting about stuff like this, like just having to be so seemingly small, like in the beginning, and it's like here we go again, like I got this project, and I people gotta support me. But in the things, I feel like in the smallness of it, that's when you see the intricacies and like the people that truly love you, and like just like, and I feel like that is what's gonna take us. I
agree.
So just
and to your point, to add, I think like what can be exhausting sometimes is having to be both producer, ideator, executor, and then cheerleader. And like having to not show that discouragement.
Yes.
And like still having to understand like this is an industry, so I'm supposed to seem confident so that you can like be intrigued, like, oh, she has it going on. And it's like, but today I don't want to post about how excited I am about this song releasing and only 3 people are gonna like it. Girl. Like, and I'm gonna post anyway because I still believe in myself.
Exactly.
But I'm discouraged right now.
Yes.
And like, and that's okay.
That is absolutely okay. But I'm sorry. You go ahead. I'm just checking.
I was listening. But,
no.
So I feel you, and it's okay to sit in your discouragement sometimes. And I think like with friends or people who aren't a creative, it's like we aren't allowed to sit in that discouragement because there's always something that we need to be promoting or something that we need to be doing or something we got to keep believing in ourselves. We got this and we got that, and it's like,
girl, because sometimes I'm like in the bed crying and I'm like, go look at my podcast, it's so exciting. Are y'all excited for episode 5? Like, I'm PMS and I don't have time for this. Let me just schedule this post, get out of my face.
Right.
But you definitely have to have like an online presence for sure. But it can be so daunting. That's why I'll be like, I can't wait till I cannot wait until I'm like there. Once I have a social media team, I'm like, I'm out. Like, y'all can take care of that. I'm going to be on my burner actually minding my business. Like, like, no, just do that, because everything's so business.
Yeah.
And it's like, sometimes you just don't feel like being a part of that, but you have to, because you have to do all the things in order to make sure everything is done correctly. And just to get out there, and because you got to save money, you got to,
Yeah, there's so many aspects that people don't know. It's not just like have an idea, do the thing.
Exactly. No.
And then millions. It's never been that. It's never gonna be that.
No, ever. It never was that. So no, but we are doing it, and
we are. Well,
what?
We're doing it well.
Oh yeah, we are doing it well. Shout out to us again.
I'm sorry, I'm almost.
And you know what? Let's just since we're here.
Shout out to Isa one more time.
Yes, because.
Period. We're celebrating. We
can
claim later.
That's how it goes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Go. Would you like a grape?
I'm okay.
I'm over here munching, and I didn't even offer.
No, I had a few before we okay. Because if I'm, you know what? You know what I did? Because I wrote a bunch of stuff down because I was like, I did not want to forget. One thing, okay. So lately, a thing that has been going around on Twitter, people are talking about stacked vocals. You do this, don't you?
I try.
Don't you?
I try.
Because when I was listening, I was like, this sounds like what stacked vocals are. And it gives very much Brandy.
Thank you.
Like, y'all don't sound alike, obviously. But, like, I was like, oh.
But Brandy is one of the OGs. If you don't respect and study Brandy,
yeah,
you're not giving what you think you're giving.
No.
And I thank you. I appreciate it. Stacking vocals is one area that I'm still trying to get better at.
But you're doing well.
Thank you. I did have my friend in the room, Rolene, who helped with that. So shout out to her. Yeah. She's an incredible South African artist.
Period.
Yeah, so we literally sat in my living room and recorded all the songs.
Yeah.
And so we were sitting there like, all right, I feel like I'm hearing this, you hearing this, let's do them both. And
yeah.
Like, yeah. So she was very helpful in the stacking of the vocals.
Yeah.
But it's gonna keep getting better and better with each project.
Yeah, I can tell.
Thanks.
I said I'm no artist, but these
I'm gonna get you to stack some vocals. You're gonna come into the studio with me and stack some vocals.
Can we talk
for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Yeah, sing.
Don't get me started, because I'll be singing all day.
I'll put you right.
Don't play with me, but I do want to do like voiceovers and stuff, but I don't think that has anything to do with music.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yes. We can talk about that later.
Okay. All right. So
the voice and voiceover is tonal.
Yeah.
And like it's melodic in nature. So like a lot of, people who sing or like do voice lessons, because like when you listen to a voice, it has its own rhythm, it has its own melody, it has its own thing. Yeah. And like that's how you can, manipulate the voice. But anyway.
Yeah.
I went to school.
Coach. Do you hear me? So, okay, so we're going to do some rapid questions. But one question before we do these rapid questions.
Yes.
So you sang at, Obama's inaugural ball?
Mm-hmm. In 2008.
So did you meet?
I didn't get to meet him. He has so many balls that night.
Really?
That there's just many balls. But I did perform.
That is so dope.
Yeah.
Was it like for a bunch of people?
It was a full
important
ball.
people?
Yeah, it was a full ball. I was so young. I was in the 8th grade.
A baby?
Yeah.
Because that's the year I graduated from high school.
We would have been friends. We would have been friends.
I would have been like, oh, you're so sweet. You're so cute.
You probably would have been my auntie.
Yes.
I called you mom. Like, I was one of those in high school. Or like
I would have been like,
yeah.
Look here, I'm not that old yet. I'll be your big sister.
Had big sisters. Yeah. But, yeah, so I had performed at Carnegie Hall twice before that.
Dope.
And I performed at Madison Square Garden. And so I was asked to do a tribute to the troops. So I sang Bring Him Home from Les Miserables.
Okay.
An octave up.
Yep.
For my singers.
Okay.
There's a video on YouTube, but it was truly an honor to perform at any of the balls.
Absolutely.
For our president.
Our forever president.
Our forever president.
Look.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not get on what's going on now. But yes. But, okay. So we're going to get into these rapid questions.
Yes.
There's only 5.
Okay.
And I think that they all pertain to music in some way.
I'm nervous.
So don't be. Okay. Okay. You ready?
All right. How fast do I have to answer?
Just top of your head.
Okay.
Just whatever comes out first.
Got you.
First question. Mm-hmm. Who's your top 2 favorite artist
of all time?
Yes.
Okay. Stevie Wonder and Mariah Carey.
Ooh, good. Heavy hitters. Your favorite genre of music?
Musical theater.
I'm just absolutely not surprised. Okay, number 3. If you could open for any artist, who would that be?
Beyonce.
Yes.
There are a few others.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
You be. 4. What is your favorite song to sing in the shower?
Oh. It changes. Right now, I'm gonna say "Daydreamer" by Adele.
Have I heard that song? It doesn't matter. This isn't about me. And number 5, if you could be on the soundtrack for any 90s movie, which would you choose?
Brown Sugar.
Oh! Ding, ding, ding!
Brown Sugar, period.
I mean, there ain't no right answer, but that's the right answer.
Yes, that's the right answer.
I love Brown Sugar. That is one of my...
It's my favorite.
But you know what? Did Brown Sugar come out in the 90s, though? Or was that the early 2000s?
It was the early 2000s.
Flag on the Play.
Okay, Flag on the Play. Okay, I got another answer.
90s. Because I feel like Brown Sugar was...
It was early 2000s.
Yeah.
I remember being in the movie theater.
Yeah.
And seeing the name on the thing. 90s. I'm going Boomerang.
Okay. That's good. I love a 90s movie, y'all. Okay, so I asked this question to every one of my guests.
Okay.
And the first question is, what is your personal motto? If somebody says, what is Tiyonna about? What is your life message? What is your personal motto?
And right now, I'm going to say to always make the people around me feel seen, loved, and heard. And to always be growing and to never allow myself to become stagnant.
Amen. I know that's right.
Yeah.
And finally, if you could teach a master class on anything, there's anything you could pass down, you like, okay, I got this 60-minute window you can teach, what would you choose to teach on? It'd be anything.
Wow. Look, and I didn't review the questions because I wanted to be authentic. I was like,
you said I want to be surprised.
Yeah, I want to be surprised. I want to answer genuinely.
Yes.
And not prepare anything.
Yeah.
You know? If I teach a master class, but see, this is where because I'm like, do I know anything that much?
Excuse you. Not as just running down all your accolades. Do I know anything?
I think I'm going to go with something real specific.
What is it?
I don't know, because I think I could give a good 60-minute on a performance, on how to interpret a song and how to really tell the story through the song. That's my artistic answer, but I want to say that I make a really, really good chicken thigh, and I would do a 60-minute master class on how to make a chicken thigh, how to clean it, how to season that sucker.
Okay. First of all, I was not expecting that.
I know, that's why I had to do it.
And my brain was like, man, I do love a chicken thigh.
Right.
Because I'm a dark meat girly.
It's the only... I'm sorry. I have hate for breasts.
It's so dry. And I know people be like, well, if you make it right, it's right. And I'm like, I'm aware.
But are you cooking it right?
Right.
Because the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a restaurant and get a chicken breast. Don't give me no... I'm sorry. I'm going to get angry. Because I feel it rising in me. You saw it in my eyes.
Personally.
I don't understand. I don't understand why the chicken breast is so... Because don't give me that.
No.
Flaky piece of meat. Don't give that to me.
I feel like it is an art to do white meat well.
It's not even an art. I don't know why we make it.
It's so annoying because it's the healthier, but I'm like, why everything that's healthier gotta be the one that's wrong?
Right.
I don't like that.
Is it healthier? Did we look it up? Did we check the science on that? I feel like that's propaganda. I feel like
Yes, like they are waging war on on dark meat so that more people will eat chicken breasts.
And honestly, keep eating chicken breasts. I'm looking at the camera. Keep eating chicken breasts so you can keep the chicken thigh price down.
You're right.
Because chicken thigh price, always is right.
Yeah, it's way better than chicken breast. Because I'm like, it's a chicken breast epidemic at this point, and it's really just not that good.
I'll take a tenderloin if I don't feel like cleaning.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But don't put no chicken breast on my plate.
No.
Don't do it.
I'm actually so weak. I was not expecting this to go this way.
Well, because I was initially going to be like, I make a really good baked macaroni and cheese. But that's my grandmama's recipe, so I'm not doing the 60-minute masterclass on that. So
I'm not passing that on. Yeah.
Chicken pot. That's what my brain did. So.
Well, folks, Tiyonna, the singer and chef of the chicken thigh.
Wait, is this the end? We're ending on the chicken thigh?
I didn't even think about it.
No, honestly, it's on brand. It's on brand. It's on brand. That's how we're ending. Yeah.
It's technically the last question, but I can... If you would like me to, I can.
No, it's okay.
We can talk about Berkeley College of Music.
I'm standing 10 toes on my chicken thigh. I'm standing 10 toes on it. It's all right.
Yes.
This is why. I don't know if you knew what you were getting into having me today.
It's like I kind of knew. That was a blind side.
Yeah, sorry. And we ranted on it for a minute.
Yes.
Like, it's a good 5 minutes.
Yes. And I feel like a chicken thigh would go lovely with this mimosa.
Period.
I just really want to, like, again, Issa, you did your big one with this. And
she did.
Shout out to you for being amazing. Shout out to Black women.
Shout out to Black women.
Shout out to this Black woman here.
Thank you.
Who is we?
The collective people.
The collective. We love you, and I appreciate your contribution to making Black women better, to being amazing, to being standing in all you are, and just allowing other people to be all that they are through the things that you do. You are absolutely beautiful. I truly appreciate you taking your time out to come on here. And we're going to have to do this again.
Honestly, anytime.
Yes, because next time we can maybe talk about something else.
It'll always be something.
Yes. It's always going to be something.
It'll be a toss-up.
Yes. So let's do our last cheers. Yes. I'm actually very sad that this is ending. But cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to today. I love you very much. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you on the next episode of The Black Retreat. Bye.